Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ain Nabila binti Abdul Muta'ali. My metric number 270383. In a nutshell, tourism law relates to broad government rule as well as specialized legislation governing the travel and hospitality industry. The objective of travel legislation, according to the United Nations World Tourist Organization, is to provide a legal framework for the development and appropriate administration of tourism operation. Ideally, this will aid in the protection of natural resources as well as the preservation of cultural traditions. As an extra bonus, customer and travel company are provided with basic legal protection. Creating and enforcing tourism regulation, on the other hand, is particularly weak across the world. Certain poor countries not only inadequate travel infrastructure, but they also provide no resources or protection to non-local tourists because of the large number of visitors and dishonest business persons that target tourists. Popular countries understandably struggle to monitor and implement regulation to safeguard tourists.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to our lecturer. My name is Nurul Akmal binti Muhammad Razali and my matrix number is 270258. Today, I will explain about contract law in the tourism and hotel industry. The tourism and hospitality industry has been recognized as one of the key factors contributing to the country's economic growth. The tourism industry refers to the activity of visiting, touring or traveling to another place exceeding 50 miles from the place of residence and no more than 1 year for the purpose of recreation or to fill leisure time. Tourism may be done internationally or within the tourist country. The hospitality industry is an industry that involves the food service, travel, and accommodation industry. The Hospitality Act was introduced to regulate hotels, restaurants, bars, country clubs, and other public residences to provide legal security measures to protect customers. Contracts are often used by tour operators. Common types of contracts include contracts for service, employment agreement, rental agreement, and legal exemption. A contract is an agreement or promise made between two or more parties that will be enforced by a court. In other words, these are a set of rules that govern the relationship, content, and validity of an agreement between two or more people. If one of them breaches the contract made, they will be punished under the offense act they committed. The tourism and hospitality industry represent a broad range of undertakings including accommodation, restaurant, tourism destination and attraction, airlines, and other transportation. Like any other industry, tourism has its peculiar regulation and set of rules. The general laws such as contract and toll apply to the tourism industry, while specific laws such as Tourism Industry Act 1992, Civil Aviation Act 1969 and its rules and regulations, as well as the Innkeepers Act 1952, specifically govern the industry in Malaysia. It is clear that contract law in tourism and hospitality is very important to create an entity in the success of the tourism industry in Malaysia. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mimi Shahira binti Muhammad Afandi and my metric number is 270212. I would like to explain about the important point of this act in contract law in hospitality and tourism industry. First of all, contract law in the tourism and hospitality industry serves as a protection in every legal agreement you make in life. However, this contract law is an agreement that the other party can offset the law and seek damage if it violates the agreed agreement. The contract law is important. It is because of this law to promote employee welfare, ensure adequate service to guests, manage business exposure to risk, and maintain complete compliance with state and federal law. After that, it also can protect the reputation of that company, which is unsafe or unsanitary affect your reputation. But there also have many laws need to be obeyed and followed as well. For an example, the hotel had to provide access to disabled patrons, and if your business fails to comply, You could face lawsuit or protests or get into negative publicity. Besides that, customer satisfaction also the important point to this contract law. Service and industry are always driven by customer satisfaction in hospitality industry, and the importance of satisfying is much more. You need to always give satisfaction and happiness to your customer to be loyal to your service. In this industry, we believe that the time to consume the services and product is long and vital. In fact, staying is a part of the service and a key part of consuming the services to make them to stay and give the positive feedback about our hotel. To be honest, the tourism industry will be complete with the hospitality industry because of their services, such as going for a holiday and a vacation, for leisure or recreation. You need hospitality services, and without it can be nearly impossible to have tourism. Thank you.
The advantage of developing a management contract include time savings, operational continuity and expertise. Giving someone operational control of a given function remove the activity from the company to-do list. The firm does not need to be concerned about this element and can instead concentrate on more essential areas or areas where the company excels. Consider yourself to be a startup attempting to establish yourself in the industry. Doing your own bookkeeping may divert too much of your attention away from things like marketing or product development. You may save time and money by employing a management firm to handle the accounting side of your business. Furthermore, that component of your firm may not necessitate the appointment of an accountant as a member of your staff. A management contract may be less expensive than hiring a full-time accountant for the company. As a result, by leaving the specialized function of the firm to a management company, you will be able to allocate your resources in terms of money and time. You also establish an environment in which the company may gain knowledge and experience. Consider the case of a new business. You may not be proficient in business finance, but you are an expert in marketing and product creation. When you hire a management firm to handle your accounting, you are requesting expert services instead of depending on incomplete information. You will have an experienced individual focus on the operational that they are most suited for. As a result, you ensure that your company finances are in the hands of specialists, which may increase your profitability and operational efficiency. A management contract might also offer an organization with more continuity. Individual managers may change at the contract firm throughout the term of the agreement, but the criteria established at the outset will stay in effect. This means you don't have to worry about changes in performance or style because you set out the term in the agreement. For example, you will have specified the expectation as well as the various processes that you would like the management firm to utilize or not employ as part of the operational control. As a result, you may continue to enjoy the same level of function and efficiency without having to worry about how staff changes may affect your organization. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, now we will see any cases related to this contract law in hospitality and tourism industry. Based on this case, a man named Ahmad Faisal Mazuki, 30 years old, when he was about to leave the hotel, he was very shocked and surprised because of the employee there had handed him a Toyota Wish. Meanwhile, at that time, the car he was driving was a BMW car and he used valet parking by handing his car key to the staff and paying RM7 ringgit for the valet parking service. And he gave the card and the staff gave the card and the valet parking receipt to him. Based on his mother, Siti Rafia, his son was driving to that hotel with BMW car to meet her at the hotel. Then, due to the negligence, the matter was reported to the hotel operator and they logged a police report on the matter and were eventually taken to court to claim their right. In the end, their BMW was returned in December last year, but his mother was unhappy as she claimed to have damage to the car and needed at least Rm 100 to be repaired based on the certainty of a car dealer. Apart from that, his mother Siti Rafia is claiming special damage of Rm 408,000 ringgit for the loss of car use, which was calculated from 11 January to 9 October last year. All from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, tourism and hospitality industry link closely with laws and regulation. It helps to ensure both tourists and industry operators come within a fair and equitable environment. It is also very important for industry operators to have the knowledge of it so that they can prevent legal suit being initiated or fine being imposed on them. A contract is an agreement or promise made between two or more parties that the court will enforce. Generally, a valid contract only can be considered as the moment that the offer is accepted. It can be established by two types, either is verbal contract or written contract. Some specific elements that must be included in all contracts with the verbal or written contract to make them legally enforceable in a court of law. The elements that include in the contract are legality, offer, consideration, acceptance, and capacity. Only then the contract will become enforceable and legally valid. Based on this assignment, we note that it is not for all agreement or promise made between two or more parties are legally valid. Not only that, we also know about the basic common sense for the contract. However, a recommendation that can be made for law contract in tourism and hospitality is to ensure that the contract entered into is not breached. This is because when a contract is violated, it will cause an agency to fail and must be punished. The contract is done to make the tourism and hospitality sector run smoothly. Other than that, the scene tours are plans that typically offer vacation package includes low cost tour guide service, accommodation cost low, as well as promising many more attractive service as one attraction to their customer or consumer, while in terms of hospitality, good hospitality and comfort is given to the tourists who come to tower. It's clear that contracts in tourism and hospitality are also important to develop the sector in tourism. That's all from me. Thank you.